At Ashiri Beauty, we recently decided to start this podcast, the Business Diary, where we could talk about some of the things we're going through as a business, and also bring in business owners where they could talk about some of their own challenges at the beginning stage and the journey so far. Today, we would like to introduce you to Sarah Madboly, a business owner who recently started a photography business.
My name is Sarah Madboly. I'm the owner of Sarah Madboly Photography. I do photography, all sorts of photography. I do portrait, I do wedding photography, product photography, family photography, etc.
So Sarah, could you just tell us some of the things, because I recently sent you a podcast, How I Built It, where I told you to actually listen to the podcast Gyra's ad with Sarah Madboly, and in that podcast she said something about at the infantry of a business, that's the most vulnerable stage, in the sense that when we first have our business idea, telling people sometimes makes it very vulnerable and kind of kills the idea. So when you first thought about the whole business, starting the company, was it very easy when you told people about it? Were there people that kind of felt like, what's she talking about? She wants to start a business. So what was that journey at the beginning? Did you have the right support? Because I do believe that having the right support is very important. So if you could share that experience with us.
Okay. So when I first started doing photography, it was about 2 years ago, and I was in school. My mentor at the time, he gave me his camera to do a photo shoot for them in the school, and it wasn't a paid photo shoot, so it was a borrowed camera. I just went in, volunteered, took pictures, and I loved it. I was like, wow, I actually know how to take really good pictures. I think I have an eye for this. So I decided to proceed with that, and I took these pictures and I started showing them to my friends, like, hey, look what I did. And I was trying to figure out ways to get my first camera. So I obviously didn't have the funds to get a nice camera. Like the camera that I had at first, it was about $2,500. So it was, not cheap. I needed to figure out how to get that. I was lucky enough to have my brother give it to me as a gift.
Wow.
So eventually he gave it to me as a gift, thinking it was just a hobby. So this was all nice. Everybody was supporting me. They said, wow, you take nice pictures. Now I have a camera. What do I do with it? I need to work, right? I need to make business. So I'm trying to get business. I'm trying to put my foot in the door. Every time I go to somebody and say, hey, so this will be the amount for me taking your photos. This will be the fee. And they would say, oh no, but you don't have any clients. Oh, but you should do this for free because you need portfolio pictures. You need pictures for your portfolio. I had a couple of makeup artists come and tell me, oh, can you just do a photo shoot with me and a couple of my models for free? Do some pictures for your portfolio. And a lot of the people that were asking me to do free photo shoots for my quote unquote portfolio were people that I didn't need on my social media, or people that I didn't need on my website. It's just pictures that they want, not what I'm trying to brand myself as. So one big thing that I took from all of the hassle that I was going through was definitely in photography or in any other business is, find your clientele, right? Find your audience. Who do you want to serve? Once you find that, once you understand who you want to serve, then you offer your services to them for free, for a low amount, whatever it is that you want. And then from there, you can show your brand as well as give them a free service or a low-cost service. So you're giving them something, but you're also receiving what you want in return. So they're not asking for the free service. You're giving them a free service, getting your brand out there, but also giving them something for free so they can review. And
that's actually a very good point. So the idea is to get the right, understand your demographic, and kind of, because you're new, kind of make sure, even if you have to give a free service, you're giving it to the right customer base, the right demographic that will eventually come back as paid customers.
Exactly. So that's the mistake that I did. It was like, I was going to the wrong people, telling them, oh, I'm doing photography now. Now, all these people want free photos because I don't have paid clients yet. But, I have an LLC, I have, my equipment, and now I need to make money, and nobody wants to pay because, you don't have clientele, So in order to show what you can offer your clients is, you offer the services. You always go and reach out to the people that you think will get your brand to be at a high point.
I actually do agree with you. And I think apart from even all of those situations, actually, because when you don't find the right customer base, it eventually doesn't even make your business grow. And all of this situation, understanding your mistake, then learning from your mistake, then actually beginning to grow from that is very important, because now you've learned, now you now understand that, okay, I need to find the right customer base. So apart from that, so along the journey of 2 years, could you please tell us how much you've grown and what has been this? Are you growing as expected, or do you think you can grow faster as a business?
Definitely. Okay. So 2 years ago, like I said, when I started, it was a hobby. It was something light, as I mentioned, I was struggling with the people paying. So the start of 2021 was when I said, my foot is going to be on the ground. I'm going to put my foot on the ground. Nice. Nobody's going to step on me. Nobody's getting any free services. I'll give you discounted services. If I need you to model for me, then I'm not really giving away a free service. We're both, receiving something. Mm-hmm. You're getting your photos and I'm receiving, like I said, my brand photos, the way that I want to brand myself. Mm-hmm. So I said, no free shoots, family, friends, this is an issue. Everybody wants a discount. What I can do for you is I'll add an extra 5 photos for you to edit for free as a family, and mm-hmm. 5 photos, that's a lot. That's a lot of time. So, if I do that, then, good for you. I'm happy to offer you that service. Mm-hmm. But putting your foot down is definitely step number 1, having a price list, not going off of that chart, making sure that everybody knows this is a business and not a hobby, making sure that there are boundaries between friends and family and you. So starting 2021, I said, my foot is down. I'm going to charge everyone. So it's been a lot better this year. I will say in the past now 11 months, It was, the highest growth that I've had in the past 2 years. Actually, now it would be a little bit over 2 years that I've been doing it. Mm-hmm. Since it's November, wow. So 2 years and a half I've been doing it.
Congratulations anyway.
Thank you. For the past 11 months was the most growth that I've had money wise. So with the services and income, but with photography overall, obviously it's a craft. It's not a product that you have to improve. So the person I have to improve, or the thing I have to improve, is myself, my hands, my eye, my vision, the way that I edit. So it's all me. Who has to improve me? So improving me, I have to put the time, the dedication. And obviously when it's yourself, there's always so much more you can do to grow faster. Yeah. Instead of taking a 30-minute nap during the day, I can sit up and watch a YouTube video during those 30 minutes. You know what I mean? So all of that, I feel, has helped me grow, is putting myself first and wanting to grow within my own self. So yeah, I hope that answered the question. I was rambling.
No, you actually did well. And you did really great. Actually, to touch on actually improving ourselves, one of the points I got from this particular conversation we just had a moment ago was the fact that you talk about improving yourself. I think even as any business owner, to actually grow your business, I think you have to improve yourself, because eventually you're putting yourself, you have to love yourself, you have to love the business, you have to improve yourself as a person to actually be able to grow something that you want to sell to people. So I do agree with you that all of those training, those putting extra effort, because the back end actually takes a lot of effort. You have to go back and like draw your board all over again. You have to put a lot of effort, and even to create the set itself, there's a lot of effort in creating a set for photography. There's a lot of imagination, and I think that also works in other businesses, because you also have to think about, how do I get to brand this thing in a way that we can actually showcase it to the customer and they will love it. Like for Ashiri Beauty itself, how do I get to put those products together that once the consumer sees it, they'll love it? And that's the back end thinking about, okay, how do I do this? Do I have to do more research to think about how I can creatively put this thing together? How I can put the right colors to also connect to customers. So I think as business owners, there's a lot of thinking, there's a lot of research, there's a lot of building ourselves as individuals so that we can give the best to our business.
Yeah, and to add on to that as well, a really efficient way to help grow and get to the place where you want to be is finding role models. Mm-hmm. So what I love to do is I look at photographers that inspire me, and I reach out to them and I say, hey, can I come with you on a photo shoot? So whenever they're going on a photo shoot, whenever they have anything they're doing, I say, hey, can I please come and help you? I'll go hold the flashlight. I'll go hold anything. I'll hold the camera, the extra camera. I'll watch what they're doing, because at the end of the day, I want to be in their shoes. I want to take those photos. I want to be able to, be at that level of photography that they're at. I don't want to always be starting up. I don't want to take too long to get to where they're at. So once you see somebody doing it, you're mirroring them. What you see is what you do. Yep. And it helps you. So I actually do a lot of the shadowing with a bunch of photographers, and what I learn the most is actually the least visible, is the posing. So people need to pose. And me as a photographer, that is my job. I need to pose every single person who comes and stands in front of my camera. Yeah. They don't see themselves. There's no mirror behind them. I'm the mirror. I need to tell you how to look. So I feel like that was one of my biggest challenges, was directing people and what to do, because I don't know what a person is comfortable with. And with my job in photography, I have to understand people and read them and know what they're comfortable with, what they're not comfortable with. Does she want to, show her body a certain way, or does he not want to be in the photo? Does she just want to take pictures by herself, if it's a couple? But me going out with those photographers and seeing how they interact with them when they first meet, how they engage, the way that they shake the hand, they say hello, all of this that leads up to the person's personality, where you don't have to ask them verbally, like, hey, are you comfortable with posing in this way? You already get the feel because you knew how to start the conversation, and now you know which person this is. Yeah. So yeah.
I kind of, that's actually a very good point, because while I was listening to you, there was something I actually gathered, the fact that you, even as a business owner, especially as a young business owner, when you just really started the business and you're trying to grow it, you actually multitask. You're not just the photographer or the business owner, you're the director, you're like everything. Like in a very structured company, you have people that do all of these things, but you have to direct them. You have to, so you're even almost like a costumier, designer, a set designer, everything. So you get to do, you wear so many hats at the same time at the beginning of the business, till the business gets to a level when it eventually really grows, and you could actually put more people, employ more people, and you can actually focus more on the main aspect of your creative self, of what you love the most in the business.
Exactly. That's exactly the point.
So I want to ask one more question. In the next few years, where do you see yourself when it comes to growing the business, and what's the expectation you think you want your customers, your clients to actually see and expect?
In the next few years, I would like to have a physical studio. So what I do right now is I have a travel studio that I pack up. So I will go to my clients, to their house, to the park, wherever it is they want to shoot, and we will shoot there. I do have studio options that we can rent out for the day, but it's a lot more money to add on to your invoice. So I would like to have my own studio to invite people over. And I would also like to expand into doing video. So I want to do videography as well. And in the near future, I'm going to be doing a lot of canvas prints and metal prints as well. So
talking about canvas prints, there's some opportunities I actually found about some other photography business where they have like an online website where you could actually plug in, just upload your picture, they mail it back to you as a whole canvas photograph. They send it back to you in the mail as a canvas photograph. So one of the things I think about, I think that's a good area. I don't know if that's something you're thinking about, but thinking about when you spoke about canvas and all of that, I just thought about that website thing. You just upload your image, you get the photograph in the mail, like a canvas that you could actually put in the house.
Well, what I have is a little bit better than that.
Wow,
so
cool.
When I send the gallery to my client will be able to put in their email and enter to view their gallery. In the gallery, there's options to buy photos.
Nice.
So you can buy regular prints, so regular paper printed photos, or you can buy the canvases and the metal prints. So all you have to do is click on your photo and then press print, and then you get it straight to your house. So you don't even have to like do the other process of like plugging in your photo, uploading it, all that. All you have to do is while you're viewing your stuff on your phone, click buy, and then you got it.
Nice. And it then gives you the size you want. You can, there's option for size and all of that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really, really beautiful. I'm excited about it. I can't wait. I'm really excited. I'm happy that the business is growing and we can actually even talk about the future prospects of the business itself. Congratulations, Sarah. Thank you. A lot of things I've taken from this is the fact that we have to like work together as a team. When you start a business, you wear so many hats. Even if you're employed as an accountant, you probably do more than just being an accountant. If you're employed as a designer, you do more than just being a designer. And also understanding your demographic, that kind of helps you to channel the right people to target and helps you build your business, because generally you can't just, not everybody's your target market. So understanding your target market helps build your business because you're focused on the right people. Wow, thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much for jumping on this podcast. And I know you have a busy schedule, but I'm really, really grateful. We're all grateful at Ashiri Beauty. We love you. Can you please tell us your website, your Instagram?
Thank you again for talking to me. My name is Sarah Madboly. You can get me on Instagram at Sarah Madboly Photography, or my website, sarahmadbolyphotography.com.
Wow, thank you, Sarah. Thank you for having us. Sarah's company and Ashiri Beauty are actually working on a secret project, something that I'm sure all of you will love. Don't forget to check our website, www.ashiribeauty.com. Get your amazing Ashiri Beauty products. Thank you, guys. We love you. Stay tuned for our next episode.